G'day. How you gone? We're looking at good old Tik Tac. AU. Some Aussie talks. Let's get straight into it. Oh, gee, let me guess. Oh, yeah. Just a good old spider. We knew that was coming. Yeah, this is the fun part, actually, seeing how they get them.
Okay.
How do you determine, that's what I've always wondered, how do you determine out of the group, who gets to capture the spider, right? Because that, that sounds like a hell of an experience, at least for the first time for someone. This lady seemed to did it pretty good. Got it in a Tupperware. I know some people choose to keep it in-house for good reason, but I guess they'll let it back out in the wild.
Can someone please tell me why more people aren't talking about the physical changes that happen to you when you move to a warmer climate?
Oh,
I just
warmer
spent
climate.
3 months in Australia, and these are the physical changes I noticed in my body.
She must be from somewhere cold then.
Number one, I definitely noticed that my hair started getting lighter. Look at these baby hairs in here. There's some nuts.
You know what? There is truth to that. I imagine mine would do the same thing if I was in Australia, especially somewhere like a really hot part. When we moved to New Mexico, right? Super sunny. I mean, it's like 320 plus days of sunshine a year there. The UV is like 11 or 12 every day. It's like super strong sun. Obviously very hot as well. And I tell you what, my hair turned, if you remember, and at this time on the channel, I had really long hair. And it went from that brownish, reddish color to it straight up turned blonde down there in the sun, in the desert. So that one is true. I feel like there's truth to that. And I think it would definitely happen to people in Australia.
Some natural highlights, and the ends are looking quite blonde. Number two, I definitely noticed I started getting more tanned. Like, look at this picture from me.
Well, yeah, if you're somewhere hot and sunny.
From before
I imagine.
After. Next, I started noticing these weird scaly patches on my legs. I don't really know what it was, but I think it was caused by the ocean. And when I started swimming more,
weird.
I started to notice that my legs were like fusing together. Like, I need to show you what I'm talking about. Like, can someone tell me if this is normal? Look at this clip of me from earlier this week.
This is BS. Right. Of course, yes. We've all heard of every other person turning into a mermaid off the coast of Australia. Got it.
Because it keeps happening every time I try to go swimming.
Okay. What on earth is this? What in Australia? That thing is wicked. We don't really get a scale like for size, but I feel like it's definitely big. And what is this like? Like, geez, this looks like something out of Jurassic Park. Okay, this one I have to mute because of copyrighted music. But 4 things. This guy's showing 4 awesome Aussie things that make sense as an American. No tipping. Yeah, that would be awesome to not have to worry about that. Public transportation, just tap. That's some places in the U.S., not all. Half flushing's good. Yeah, your guys' flush, I think, are way more efficient than ours. Ours are just like heavy flush all the time. It's weird. Oh, the outlets. Yeah, look at that. Power. Now, this is really cool. I like this. I think that should just be like, I think a lot of countries do this, but we don't. Ours are always live, our outlets. And it is bizarre. I think the ability to turn them on and off, just kind of nice. I feel like that should be universal. What are your outlets like? Do they not switch separately? Okay, so she's asking, like, what are American outlets like? U.S. electric outlets are permanently live, as I said, but it's 120 volts, so there's lower risk. Someone actually breaks it down. 120 volts at 20 amps is what it is in the U.S., whereas AU is 230 volts at 10 to 15 amps. So it's actually lower amperage on the Australian, but higher voltage.
I don't know how hot it is in Australia. This hasn't been switched on. It's just been baking in the
Oh my
Aussie sun.
God.
Just goes to show.
Oh, did he touch it?
Goes to show.
Oh my God,
It's all metal.
man.
It's all metal. Want to know how
Oh,
hot it is
I
in
can only
Australia?
imagine.
This hasn't been switched on. It's just been baking in the Aussie.
Dude. That's gotta be so hot. Look at how shiny it is. It's just glimmering in the sun. You know that is just baked. Oh my God, the water literally steamed. Yeah, I can't imagine. Look at that Aussie Sutton. That looks so menacing.
Tell me you're in Australia without telling me you're in Australia. I'll go first.
$45? I don't get it. This is probably something hilarious or obvious, and I don't get it. Ginger per kilogram, $45 per kilogram. Is that wrong? Either the measurement's wrong or the price is like absolutely hilarious. Maybe that's really expensive? Please, someone fill me in on that. Okay, this one has more music, but it's pretty interesting. I think it's an American going through Tik Tacs in Australia, right? Tik Tacs, I think everyone knows these. Great, pocket snack, right? And basically what she noticed and what I'm noticing here is all the different flavors. Like standard Tic Tacs are white, right? But then there's like the orange flavor, which is my favorite, by the way. Comes in an orange container. And, well, here in the U.S., literally the Tic Tacs themselves are bright orange. They actually look pretty cool. And the orange ones in Australia have the orange container, but they're white still. They look like normal Tic Tacs. And so she shows this is how they look in the U.S. All the different flavors. You have the light green ones, the orange ones, and then tropical ones, and blah, 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 right? Now, they look cool. I think the U.S. wins for looks there. But I'm going to guess, she doesn't say, but looking at the comments and just using common sense, I'm sure that they're colored using not the best ingredients. So I guess like in Ireland, UK, like a lot of countries, people are saying, and then including Australia, they are all white. So at least they're cleaner. They're like a cleaner ingredients, right? The colors may look cool, but in reality, they're probably not the healthiest. So I guess the U.S. and Canada ones are the only ones that are colored. So good old FDA says, hey, it probably won't hurt you. It may, but it probably won't. What is this ute doing? What? Those dogs are just standing there in a flatbed? That sounds kind of dangerous, man. What the hell? That is so Australian. Oh my goodness. Those dogs are, I don't know if I should be kind of like frightened or impressed. I'm impressed that the dogs are staying on there so well. But what a harsh ride, man. Okay, I'm told you should always check your laundry basket in Australia and double check. Let's see why. Oh dear God. Oh my God. Oh, dude. Like, what? Ooh, take a look at that Aussie coastal sunset. Damn. It's like pastel. That's amazing. Wow, this is amazing. Someone has a 2016 Holden HSV Maloo. Probably the coolest ute ever. Can we agree? In Texas, in the United States. Oh my God, call me jealous. Wow. Look at that thing. And unless this is like mirrored, it looks like it's been converted to left-hand drive somehow. It says imported from Australia and brought to Texas. So, I mean, you guys will have to confirm that maybe if you're super experts. Because I know there's companies that for, big prices can like kind of convert the Aussie cars we got, like the, what is it? The Pontiac G8, Chevy SS, Pontiac GTO, which are Australian Holdens, rebadged, of course. And they can like make them look more Australian. But like I want to know, like, supposedly this one's actually a Holden from Australia that was imported here. And I don't know how, because it's a 2016, and you can't usually drive imported cars until they're 25 years old or older. At least you can't register them. I mean, you could import this and just drive it on, private property or racetracks only. That would be fine. But regardless, that thing is hella cool. It looks pretty accurate. If it's not really imported and it's somehow some U.S. car that's been reconfigured, then it looks impressive. And if it is real, then wow, how on earth That is so weird to see a Texas plate on a Maloo. That thing is hella cool, dude. Yeah, the fact that this is a Ute in general, but especially HSV Maloo, this has got to be one of the rarest cars in terms of like numbers of the same car on the road. This got to be one of the rarest cars in the whole U.S. It's probably the only one in Texas.
Australia is finally getting the Ford F-150.
What?
It has been literal years.
I thought you guys had some of the American pickups. I've seen people talk about, and like I've even seen pictures and videos of like, I think GM trucks like Chevy, right? I think the Silverado is in Australia to a degree. I don't think they're common, but I think definitely, I know for a fact, people that are part of this channel, like subscribed, I know I've talked to some of you that have Rams, like Ram heavy duty trucks. The Ford F-150 is just like, this video is only from a few months ago.
Years in the making, and it's finally happening. Coming in 2 trims, we have the XLT and
these are
Lariat,
literally,
but more importantly, a 3.5-litre twin-turbo V6 EcoBoost, of course.
Oh, the EcoBoost. I would only take that truck in the Coyote. That's like the Coyote V8 is, I feel like, much more reliable. But yeah, these F-150s are like literally a dime a dozen in the U.S. It's so funny how common they are. They're just
and this
everywhere.
Out 298 kilowatt
they sell
power,
like a million of these.
Newton meters of torque. That's insane. This is the bougiest spec Lariat. Check out this powered tailgate. More importantly, though, for those who have a bad knee, how good is that? Check out this luxury
Pretty nifty
interior. When this comes to Australia, it's actually left-hand drive, like an American spec. Even the shifter is over here. This T-bone shifter, which, by the way, folds down so you can open up your work table. And
that's pretty cool. I didn't actually know that.
That has over 30 parts that have to be pulled apart in Australia and changed. This is actually from a Ford Mondeo's parts bin, and they have to make all of these really big changes just to make sure it works on right-hand drive cars. It's crazy.
Yeah, that to me is wild. That they literally build that in the U.S. They build it to our spec, like left-hand drive. And then they have to send it to Australia, and it has to be converted to right-hand drive. Think about that. That is a lot of work. That is a crazy amount of work, dude. I imagine this is going to be hella expensive because of all that. And I imagine that this won't be selling 1 million F-150s in Australia like they do here in the U.S. I think it's a totally different picture. We have a Ford Ranger. Speaking of Ford Utes or trucks, these are a lot more common, I reckon. And this is some pretty deep ruts. And uphill and in wet clay mud. Oh, my God. I'd say that was pretty solid. Damn.
This is
22 2022 Ford Everest Sport. What? Now, this is a model that we don't get. I wonder what this is similar to, because it definitely has its own look. It's not like a different name for the same car we have, right? Like, this is definitely not what the Ford Explorer looks like. It looks different. Why does it keep changing? The Ford Expedition is way bigger than this, I feel like. Ford Escape is too small. This is like its own thing. It's so interesting. What?
Check this out. This is a brand new 2022 Ford Everest Sport in shadow black, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. It's got a real sort of sinister look about it in the black. It's got the standard 20-inch alloy wheels. Inside, as you probably know, got a beautiful leather interior.
Wow, it's nice inside.
And ventilated front sport seats with driver side memory as well.
Wow.
We've got the digital dash there in front of the driver, the 12-inch Sync 4 infotainment screen. And this is what it looks like from the back. Again, equally as good looking from the back.
Not gonna lie, this thing actually looks pretty sharp.
And usually this car hasn't got a factory fitted tow bar, so this is exactly what it looks like.
Wow.
No options whatsoever. So yeah, fantastic looking car. As we know, under the bonnet, it's got a 3-litre V6 turbo diesel, 184 kilowatt.
And it's got a turbo diesel. What? This is crazy. What is this? It's got 6-lug wheels. It's got a pretty good like ride height, like pretty high up. I don't know what this is so cool. It's definitely not like any of the US models. It's definitely different. And also like the only SUV I knew in Australia that was way different was like the Ford Territory, I think it's called, right? But this I've never heard of. Very interesting. Anyone watching this, you got a Ford Everest, or maybe you know someone that has one, maybe you've driven one. What's it like? Tell me about it. It looks pretty neat. What is this? Oh, the bird turned around and was like, say it again, bro. Of course, in Australia, you guys have a red rooster chicken joint, right? Of course, I've never had it, but this tourist has it in this video. Let's see what they think.
I think Red Rooster is the worst fast food in Australia, and
Wow.
let me tell you why.
The worst.
So this is everything.
I thought I've heard pretty good things about Red Rooster. At least I think I've heard good things.
We ordered this red.
The chicken
hot
looks pretty good.
chicken, and then just like this chicken burger. I'm not sure what sauce it is. And it all come with like mash and gravy. Mine come with a pineapple fritter, chips, and Luke's came with like this original piece. This mash and gravy was absolutely rancid.
Oh,
my gosh,
really?
It was disgusting.
I
That was
wonder,
probably the worst thing
is
I
that
ate.
accurate? Is the mash and gravy gross? I mean, I don't go to chicken places much, like KFC, for example. I don't go there much, but their mash and gravy is usually pretty decent, I think.
No, this was the red.
I don't remember
hot
it being
chicken,
rancid.
I think it was all right.
Which I know it's a different place, but still.
Flavor
That chicken
wise,
looks
it wasn't
bomb
too
to me.
bad.
I don't know.
I just wasn't really impressed by it.
Hmm.
But it was
okay.
probably one of the better things out of everything that we had. Oh, and there's all the spiciness gone straight to the back
I mean, she doesn't look like she likes spicy stuff. Look at that reaction. I love spicy stuff,
of my
so.
throat. Now, oh
What's
my
that?
gosh, pineapple fritters. I've never had one before. These are amazing. What the hell? It reminded me of like a donut. It was just very sweet and
Pineapple fritter? I don't know if I don't think I've had that either.
crunchy. It was really good. Would definitely
Wow.
go back to Red Rooster just for one of them again.
How are the pineapple fritters? She actually really liked it, even though she didn't like the other things so far. That actually sounds very interesting to
This
me.
burger,
Very
I
intriguing.
have not got a clue what sauce it
That
was.
doesn't
It
look good.
was
That's too much
horrible.
sauce. Yeah.
It had like
Yuck.
dill in it, and I don't like dill.
That doesn't look the
But
best.
it was really not good. I just didn't rate the sauce in it, and because there was so much sauce, I couldn't really taste anything else. And then I had the original peas chicken. Luke had already ate most of it, but this was
Okay, so this is a different chicken. Like, probably not rubbed in all the spicy stuff, right?
just dead. The food was
I
edible.
feel like that looks okay as well. Red Rooster, what do you guys think? Yay or nay? But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Real quick before we do the outro. This whole time, kind of late, right? I do have IWrocker official Tik Tac now. So I'll be posting on there a little bit. Actually, a lot of it. I'm going to be kind of spamming it. So, yeah, if you want to go follow me over there, IWrocker or IWrocker official, that's the real one, okay, with my logo. I noticed there's some imposters on there. There's people reposting a lot of my reactions kind of like this, like clips from my YouTube videos on there and going viral. So I thought that was pretty funny. There's not much I can really do about it right now. So I'm going to start posting my own stuff on there. And, of course, some original content, some behind the scenes and stuff. So if you want to check me out over there, go ahead. Otherwise, that was a look at some funny Aussie TikTok videos and content. It has been hella cold here in Illinois. We are getting a unbelievable polar, whatever this is, like polar vortex, whatever they call it, like some unbelievable cold front that's way colder than normal, right? We're talking below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which I believe is below 0 Celsius by a lot also. So really freakishly cold. So I hope you all are enjoying the weather wherever you're watching from. I hope it's better than here. But hey, throw a thumbs up on there if you like this. Subscribe to be part of this amazing community we do have here. Click that join button to become a member for super cheap. I do appreciate you guys. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.